Alright, so I was looking in the dryer because I saw these people are pretty irresponsible here, right? I was cleaning the drain, make black mold down the bottom of it, had to clean everything up. Smells come up from that, probably even can intoxicate you in some form, and just wasn't smelling great in general. So I got done cleaning here, and I got to the dryer. And yeah, these people really don't do their job. There's nothing here that they barely do.
Yeah, it was worse than this. I clean outside.
Yeah, all over here and inside as well because it was just overloaded. Let me show you what these douchebags here are doing. Like, look at this. When was the last time they changed this? No one. Like, we came here to rent this. No one changed. What the frick is this? It's like, oh, I'm gonna vomit. Like, we've been drying our clothes like that several times. That's why it's not drying properly. Wow. Always check this crap when you go rent a place. People never take care of their Airbnb listings properly. This is shameful. Like, how? How do you leave it this long? This much lint? This must be months.
Years.
No, months at least, like, of people using it. Especially because it's Airbnb and people are, like, not always here. That's crazy. People here pissing me off.
And the cleaning fee is decent expensive.
Yeah, cleaning fee, that's absolutely valuable.
You also have to wait a long time, at least 6 hours outside.
To get in, because their check-in's 4 p.m. Anyways,
Because they say about their cleaning, it would take that long.
they always make these damn excuses. Yeah, I'm sure.
I was like, this is probably a filter, right? I was like, no way. They're impossible to have a filter. There's no filter. Have you ever saw that in your life?
Nope. Well, maybe my family being irresponsible when I was really young.
Wow. Your family suck. Don't put this in the YouTube.
Okay, there. A couple minutes later, and that's much better compared to how it was. It's actually gonna function now. It's insane. Yes. Welcome back to another vlog. I think I'm just gonna start this now. I believe I was just showing some lint before. There is so much I need to talk about, and I'm just not healthy enough to speak about it right now. I've been so close to passing out so many times, and I'm not well right now. Because it's 10 a.m. I've been up since way earlier yesterday. The visa was denied, and I'm going to talk more about everything that happened, how many crazy people we met, and just how many scammers there are here in stores, and violence. People are violent, so violent here. There are several different instances that all happened today. We'll go over each one tomorrow, or whenever I wake up, get some sleep, and talk about how I was locked outside and could not go in. I was a U.S. citizen and left out in the cold. And I'll cover this in a bit. I'm just in shock right now, and I'm so against the United States at this point. The way they treat me and foreigners and people in general, I've had enough. I'm gonna cover this more in a bit. I need some time to process and think about what just happened. It's a bit after 5 o'clock now. I was not able to sleep anymore, but I just have some of a headache. Not well at all, obviously, but it's the most sleep I can get. And I just want to get this over with and make this vlog because I don't even know if this is going to do anything for much in the future because I feel like people don't ever hear things enough, but I'll at least try. I'm going to start off with how it went. We went to go outside, and try to get a Bolt, which is a version of Uber here, to go to a place to go get some documents copied again. And we could not book the flight because my credit card is being toxic again, blocking me, causing issues. And I went through hell in various ways with this call, and then they say it's not blocked. And finally, someone before said, "Oh yeah, it was actually blocked." After a bunch of time waiting, spending $30 in the call because it's international calling, and they scam and rob you from your international calling using their currency here, like almost $2 a minute. Absurd, right? All right, so we go out and we we get ready to print the documents. We go and book the tickets, get ready to book them. They said, "Oh, you're inactive too long." It was about 2 minutes. We were not on the screen, and it was just actually to change the price. They changed and updated the price to 666 for the price. So that was absolutely ideal, right? Oh, I'm sure. So we didn't have a choice. We booked them to end up showing if we need for the interview. And this is just all going to get more trash from here on out. We go and print the papers. Again, we take any time at all. The guy to go print the papers just goes always like, everyone here is like that. Everyone here. And then after that, we go outside and it's really cold. We're trying to figure out if there's some place to store stuff so I can maybe go inside the embassy with her, and we cannot find anything. We end up going back inside, search more because we found a way to go all the way around the building, go back inside another entrance where we're not supposed to be, and wait for someone to come out of the door, go inside the apartment complex, and sit down somewhere where it's actually warm a little bit. And is there something you want to say?
Yeah, I just want to remember them that
Remind them.
to do that. Remind them. We have to do that because people are so trashy here and so greedy here that we had to go. We had to go several hours before. It was extremely.
Yeah, I want to make this clear. We had to leave 4 hours roughly before the time, with 3.5, 4 hours, I think. Because after what happened last time, I was not going to try to pay 100 zloty again, like $30 for a trip. We got the trip actually for like
just 20s, I think.
Yeah, like $6-7 or so, like way different than $30. So we went and did all this, and we ended up going over to like a McDonald's area. Basically, we got dropped off in the wrong spot. Every time things like this happen, it's always like some type of sign that's telling us we're not going to have a great time. And it's just like the price of the airline tickets, like not a great time, and getting dropped off in the wrong spot. These things don't normally happen that much. Like that has not happened here before, at least in Poland. And so we just walked over to the place and we're like, oh, it must be underground because we were noticing it's probably down there, smelled something. So we went down that way and we saw a store before we went there. We saw McDonald's was down this other way and we could see it. We saw stores right here. So we decided to go inside and go get some water. And we went inside and we were like, oh, that's cool. There's a couple of different things here, some different things in general. And we got a couple of them and a bottle of water, a few candy bars, tiny things. We were going to come back after maybe and go get a few things. So we end up going in line and go try to check our stuff out. The woman just starts like already grabbing our stuff really violently and starts like checking out. And I try to put my credit card in and the reader needs to be picked up. So she rips it and picks it up for me like, okay. And I put it in. And I can't read the language here. It looks like it was like, I don't know if it was telling me to take it out. Took it out. She kept trying to grab my card almost from me and like violently do everything. And apparently like she's having complications. She like freaking out a bunch. Put all her stuff like on her seat where her ass was, just sitting constantly. Dropped several things on the floor. And just like left all her stuff on the seat. And I was just like, we're both talking and we were like, okay, let's just go out because this is not working. It looks like the car was like blocked or something's going on. Walked out, I realized there's a charge on my phone. So we go back into the line of people and just show her like, no, look, I got a charge. And she won't believe it. And finally she like is starting to understand we have to use translate. And they keep trying to talk to us in Polish, despite directly saying, yo, we do not speak your damn freaking stupid language. We do not speak it. And they will not understand it. they just keep trying to speak in Polish, and then they start talking really bad about us behind our back. I'm very sure with their intonation, the way they were speaking to other people. I got the manager, maybe it looks like someone finally, and they agreed to, I'm like, it dropped their crap all over the floor and everything. I just want to get a couple other new items, because trying to translate and show them that. And they're like, oh, okay, no problem, okay. Like, that person was, like, less toxic, but I think, like, it still is weird, so weird the way they act. It's so, I feel so bad remembering this. It gives you trauma, just the way these people are. It feels so bad. I cannot describe it. You need to go through this damn crap to understand what I'm talking about. We went back through, got them, showed them. Yeah, it's the exact same ones. We walked out, and they didn't have a couple. And like it was the last two of one of the type of thing we are getting, like some type of candy, and looks like there's more in the front. So the manager pointed us there. We went and grabbed that, and it's beyond cringe.
Yeah, for the amount, like we were waiting to try to get some help, and also I don't think you said about that part, but the woman started being so frustrated because we were getting our phone and trying to translate everything. We were trying to talk with her because we do not speak any Polish and she does not speak English. We go and waste our time putting everything there, try to show her, and she wouldn't look at the screen. She wouldn't look at the screen. She would just start yelling, and she would get so upset because all of us are getting upset because this is not fair.
No, like literally, she would be getting upset, and it looks like it's normal because she's like yelling, getting upset, doing all kinds of crap. I started yelling, like raising my voice. I'm getting really pissed off and just be like, this is ridiculous. What is going on here? I cannot freaking handle this country. These people are really like this all the time. And people are more so like just starting to stare at us instead because, oh, it's okay for her to start doing crap and start being a piece of trash. And I can't get upset in response to the way I'm being treated. And they start like looking at me just like weirdly, just like, these people have mental issues here. Like, I cannot describe to you how big of a mental issues Polish people have. I cannot describe to you.
They're horrible because they saw that she was treating us really bad, and the people were in line was smiling to her and just like, hi, something. I don't know. I do not understand Polish, but I saw based on their facial expressions.
You can tell everything by intonation, Marcel. Like 100%. You don't even need to know the language. It's extremely important.
The craziest part was the part where she started yelling and talking with her other friends, other workers at the store, and Polish started yelling, speaking extremely bad about us and freaking out.
You just already know she's speaking bad about us. I recorded part of it. I should be recording the whole thing. I don't know if I get that translated at some point. Anyways, I've said enough about that. It's already been 9 minutes. We need to move forward and be quick with this, because there's a lot more to talk about, and this is going to be a long video. I went out of there after that, and we're just like shaking almost in trauma, just like, what is going on? Is it this difficult to get like a bottle of water? Because I was really dehydrated and thought, okay, a couple pieces of candy and a bottle of water, and that's it. No, it's that difficult with these people. And the subway was going over top, and I imagine these people probably go crazy in the head and have mental issues because they're working poor jobs and they're not fit to like handle people like this. You should have artificial intelligence be doing all this. I would not have had any of these issues with artificial intelligence doing the damn job instead. So moving forward, we went out and to the McDonald's, and people start coughing and sneezing and all this crap that can get sick. And I still don't know if I'm going to get sick. It's not been 24 hours or more yet. So I have no idea yet, and we're going to find out soon enough. I really hope we do not get sick from this, because there's only so much I can handle at this point. So we leave there, and we end up just like sitting on the bench by ourselves up top somewhere, and the wind was pretty cold. It would be sunny barely, sometimes finally getting warm, then cold again with clouds, and just eating a few pieces of candy, drinking some water for me at least, and the people are just like walking by looking at us just like. And also earlier in when I was printing the papers, I must say there was like an older couple walking by as well outside, and literally it was mainly even the woman more so that was doing this. The guy was staring too, but the woman really just like looked back through the window, just like looking at like that, like literally looking at her because of color. And these older people are super racist here, the way they act and treat people. And they're pieces of trash who can like go burn in hell for the way they act. I'm done with these people. Anyways, moving forward, after this, eating the stuff on the bench, went to the embassy, went over to wait in line, and they're impatient as hell. Obviously, better wait on us to pull any documents, move on to the next people, come back to us. And the woman, while we're in line for the embassy, just looks at me because I'm holding a bottle of water. She's like, the way she says it, you will not bring that bottle of water inside or whatever. Something like that she said. And just like the way she said, like, dude, why don't you say, oh, I just want to let you know you cannot bring water, bottles of water like that or anything into the embassy. It's against the rules. So, like some other less cocksucker form, at least try to say, but instead of just like, no, you will not bring that bottle of water inside. Like the way they said it, I was just like, oh my god, we're starting with these bastards, these douchebags, and we go up to the front basically, and guess what happens? It's an older woman that is just a piece of trash who doesn't care. Just lets her go in, leaves me outside, freezing. I'm freezing for 45 minutes or so, standing outside, almost passing out several times, getting massive heart pain setting in, can't stop shaking. Barely anyone even looks or cares about what's happening with me at all in the entire area. That's people in general. I literally almost passing out, and no one gives a damn. Did not let me go inside, even though I'm a U.S. citizen. That's what I get for like being a part of my country. Supposed to pay taxes, right? Oh, obviously. And finally, I wait out all that time. And I just see some people going out, always constantly keep having sad faces, and it looks like their lives are ruined. And she comes out, and she was denied. Obviously, right? So, you want to walk me through the process, what happened from the time you walked in, every little detail, and try to make it concise more so.
Alright, would like to add something really quick about outside. I would like to say that lines here are extremely horrible. People are extremely like animals here. It's extreme messed up. You don't even know who's in line, who's not in line.
It was not a straight line. It was just like a bunch of people everywhere. They try to push us up again with other people. And doing so, by the way, an old guy, creepy ass guy, came along and rubbed up against her, against her ass, up against like touching her shoulder, everything, touching all over her, trying to like do crap. I'm just like, you're joking, right? Like, what is wrong with these people? Of course, it's a creepy old guy.
It doesn't even say excuse me.
No, he just literally touched you because he wanted to touch you. That's how these damn people are. They want to freaking touch younger girls because they have some type of pleasure doing it, rubbing up against them. I know old guys. Like, this is very damn common. And it's much more common in old guys than women. By far. Like disgusting. Not all old guys are like this, but a lot. Moving forward with the disorganized line and all that, I have enough anger in me to explode on this entire government and embassy, and I want them for what they've done. I truly want it to, and not just me, but other American citizens, what they do, freaking them as well. Want these governments like the U.S. to, because they do not look out for people, and they are pieces of trash, and you can just die, and they won't care. They will literally try to tax your dead body, essentially. You go ahead and move forward and speak about what happened inside.
Okay, we'll speak about the process. So when you're moving forward, there is a woman in front, the one he was speaking about that didn't let him go through. So she calls people slowly, and that part when you enter is really similar to an airport. You go and put everything you have, all your objects, phone or anything, maybe even your shoes. I saw a lot of people taking their shoes there and putting at the, how do you say that?
Like in a scanner, metal detector, whatever,
Like
through a conveyor belt area, probably.
Yeah, and they have an area to scan the things you're taking and the area to scan your body. You have to go there and scan your body. I saw there was a woman in front of me. Maybe there was a metal in her shoes or something. But it looks like, I don't know if I saw it right, but it looks like a person inside the US Embassy was like touching her body to see if she was carrying anything, because the thing did TTT. And yeah, and I was like, please, I hope that I don't have any metal with me. I knew that I didn't, but it's just that fear of someone touching you and being extremely like not respecting your privacy. So I went and put everything there, my passport, the area to scan, even the papers. They wanted to scan the papers, whatever. So I went and I scanned my body and was like, please, no. So I didn't have any metal. It was cool, okay. And it took a little bit while to scan my papers because they maybe thought it was wrong. I don't know. Because every time they see Brazilian passport, I feel like, I don't know, something happens in their brain. So I got, and they say to just go straight, and that's it. And I find my way to like find that crap. So okay. And it was extremely big, and there's you have to walk.
You're telling me you didn't understand they were speaking Spanish to you?
No, I have to go through several people.
Really?
Several.
Okay.
So you go walk, there's this door, you have to go open. There's another person there and didn't have to ask anything. It was just like pointing to me, the sign, and showing like to follow that sign to find the area for me to go. So I was like, oh, okay. And I went to the area and I have to go to the left, I believe, and start walking. I was a little bit lost, but I tried to like see the signs because it was all in Polish, and the English looks like they even made it smaller. It's a little bit funky, weird, like to try to find that. So I went and saw all the signs. I had to go down the stairs as it was under. So I went and saw everything. When you arrive there, there is even an area because it's like maybe people could forget to bring those pictures we took that day. And they have already their own machine there where you go. If you forgot, we will go and buy and take a picture the time of you, and they cost 40 zloty.
For a picture?
Yeah. Maybe 6 pictures too. I don't know how it works. But it was 40 zloty.
There's such scammers here. Go forward because the video's getting long. We need to like move forward.
When you go under and you arrive after going through the stairs, there's 2 areas. There's non-immigrant and there's an area of immigrant. And mine was non-immigrant, so I had to follow that area and always have those things like this. I don't know how to explain. To go like to a line. I don't even know why they do that, but whatever.
Going back and forth through belts and stuff, like
yeah. And we were all in line, and people here, they have issues with being patient, because the U.S. embassy, I really feel they make like people, tourist people, the foreigners, like fools, because they already allowed us to go in. And they was starting to have a bunch of people in line, and no one was understanding anything what was happening, because the person from America didn't like go and start it. It was like taking its time, maybe drink some water, talking, doing something, and then when he decided like, oh, okay, it's time. I don't know what was happening. Maybe it was in computer doing something. I don't know, but it took a while, and I saw people start getting nervous and start like looking around, walking all the way. Saw a lot of people doing that, trying to like figure out like a way, like why no one's calling anyone. Everyone was afraid, because anything you do wrong with people there, with the Americans, you are denied. People were so afraid that they were in the wrong line. They were like, I saw them sweating, like, please tell me I'm not in the wrong line, otherwise they're gonna deny me. You have to be perfect, and that is not even also like you're gonna be approved if you're perfect. They're that bad. So okay, it took some while there. I think 10 minutes maybe.
Took a while.
Yeah, and then finally, I just see an American just opening the window, and
most of them were female. You got the only male.
yeah, the male, from what I saw, they try to choose areas that are more, the ones that look better. Like I see by their facial expression. They choose areas that are more simple. Maybe they want to deal more with older people. Like nothing like too much, too brutal for them. That's the males that are more like better.
Well, explain your situation then. What happened?
Okay, so we have to go through that person, everyone had. So that person is the person where goes and check your documents and see if everything's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go and scan it. Asked for my picture, if I had my picture and all. So I went and gave it to him, and after he would go and print a passcode. That's that one.
Mm-hmm.
Is you're gonna use to like go and see and then go talk with the people there. And after that person, he told me to go to another person, and this person was a female also. And this guy, the first time, he looks like being happy, speaking with me because finally he heard English from what I saw based on his facial expression. And maybe he looks more Midwestern, like the way
Mm-hmm.
he does things. So I went to this woman. He told me to go, and this woman is responsible for the area of finger tips,
Fingerprints.
So she goes and she see my passport and all, and start speaking English with her. She seems somewhat excited. I don't know, but she started speaking that was for fingerprints and started trying to show me how to do that. And I feel like people really do not respect me. They think that I do not speak English, and I have
Mm-hmm.
a really hard time with them. So she was telling me like, oh, yeah, get your hands like this, put like this,
Like
to,
put it down, showing exactly what to do.
uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And because I take a little bit more time than normal people to process, because doing my brain is
Mm-hmm.
unfortunate. Like I take 1 second more basically, and then she was like,
People don't have time for that.
I scared that, just randomly.
Just like trying to speak Spanish. This is not the only time. People in the airport when we came here were racist pieces of trash who were also trying to imagine that you spoke Spanish. And just like literally look at the book, you're like, oh, it's Spanish. I'm like, no, it's Portuguese. Like, it's actually quite different. You cannot read Portuguese if you speak Spanish. Like, go ask someone who speaks Spanish. You cannot understand Portuguese. Like, we've talked to people, and this is not disputable. Like, this is factual. So go forward with that after they're done being racist pieces of trash, just like judging you, despite you speak English fluently.
And after that, she says scared that she was with her facial expression like really happy. I don't know why she was so happy at the time, and it was really like I felt awkward. And then she finished taking my fingerprints. So okay, and after that, they don't tell you anything. They don't tell you, oh, wait it over there. Like they don't tell you anything. You have to figure out everything by yourself. So I just follow what people were doing, because that's if you don't know what you're doing, just follow what people are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like always work. I went and I had an area with a bunch of chairs for people to sit and wait for them. So I went and chose an area to sit, and I was there for at least I think or maybe 40 minutes, like sitting there and just waiting. And the worst thing is that again, I think the U.S. embassy people were like trying to fool with the tourist people, with the foreigners, because
Just full tourist people, yeah.
there was an area that was already open, and there are several different letters. There is I, there is I believe A was mine. There is another one that was seen from people F, and the area that was only open and was calling people was the letter I, and most of the people was not I, and everyone was freaking out. Everyone, because it went 10 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, like went by. Everyone was freaking out. I was like, why? This is wrong. I'm doing something wrong. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be denied. I have to try to find a way to like get this interview. Why that's the letter I? Why mine is F? I saw.
Why is mine F?
Why
Yeah.
mine is F?
No, why is mine F?
Mine F. Okay.
Bro.
Just had a mom there, looking, trying to get information about what was happening, and no one would help her. And everyone was wondering. I turned on back and tried to ask someone if they spoke English, if they could help me because I was lost and I couldn't understand why it was the letter I, not letter A. And I thought there was something wrong with it. And after basically 45 minutes waiting there or more, that all that time Justin was by himself, like freezing.
Outside, almost passing out, freezing the entire time because we asked about can he come in? And he's the one like doing stuff, paying for stuff and everything. She's like, no.
Yeah.
I want these people to honestly, like, with how bad they are, go like get cancer with the way. If you're this toxic, if you're this bad of a person, the way you act and you support these bad things, I'm not sorry for speaking this. If you are a bad person, you are ruining our entire world, our entire planet. And at this point, from what I saw, artificial intelligence would absolutely agree with that, and it's likely that's what's going to be leading our future, not even governments. So let's see about how things go.
Okay. After that, then finally, the nurse took their time, drink coffee or something. They start calling. They open, and then appeared an A and F.
Enough appeared.
And an F appeared. So mine was A002, and the person was went before me was A001, and it looks really fast in a way, but there was the letter I wasn't fast at all. He called me, and I thought it was somewhere weird because when he called me, he was continuing speaking with the guy still, and I was like, I don't know why he called me if he's not done. So from I saw from videos, you cannot move forward already, go to them when they are done. You see they're done because they're the ones that are supposed to call you. So I was like, okay, I was stopped in front of him waiting for him to call me, and because of that he got extremely upset because he just wanted me to go with it. He wanted me to go fast, and I was like, he didn't call me at all, he got extremely nervous because of that. And I said good morning, and I don't think he said good morning. He was just upset. And
No, the way you described it to me yesterday, literally it was like you were like good morning, and he was like passport. That's that's literally what happened. Don't make this sound any better than it is. These people are pieces of trash because they ruin people's lives because they don't like the way you look.
Yeah, and he was already staring me in a really bad way, maybe because I was using something in my head, even though they're not supposed to do that. It's against their laws, but whatever. And he got my passport, and he was looking at the screen, and then he was like terrified in a way, like I already knew, like I was denied by that time. And he just started asking me questions. I don't completely remember about them, but I think it was the first question was about, he was all happy when he saw that, oh, you live in Warsaw, and he was all smiley, and I said no, and he was like, he automatically got extremely serious, like he was terrified because I wasn't living in Warsaw, because I had to put an address. I do not have a place where I own. So he was like, what are you doing in Warsaw then, basically? And I was like, I am traveling here. And he was like, he was not happy about that.
He was the biggest asshole, probably even maybe more than a woman would be. I feel like this guy was worse than a girl.
Yeah.
And normally I hear the opposite from people online. Because it's crazy. I heard from people online that women are worse than guys at the embassy for this. But I feel like the guy was worse than girls would be. If I'm wrong on this, and the women are even worse than the guy, like bloody hell, I can't even imagine how bad that would be. I hope the women were better than the guy. Because if
saying it was not true.
The women were worse still.
They would ban me. They would ban me, literally. He was being an asshole, but he was like, I can't be bothered, and here's the pay for the night. But the other ones would cost me hell. Maybe make me wait there 2 hours. Like, oh, you're not giving me the proper information, it's not right. And yeah, he was not happy because when I said I'm traveling, he couldn't understand. Like, he was like staring at me like,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to say, I'm traveling around the world. Like, I would like to know the countries, different countries and all.
She's completely correct. We are traveling.
And he was like not believing at all. I
Mm-hmm.
said like, I had to put this address because I don't have a physical place. And then he was extremely frustrated. I don't know if he even started talking with himself. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't understand anything. Because those things, like, it really.
The glasses. But basically, you end up talking to him about all this, and he would not believe you because he's like, "It's your first country. Like, what country were you here before this?" And he's like, "Brazil." And he's like, I'm going to deny you. Then I was traveling in Brazil. I have documented damn proof of this in different ways in videos I recorded, and I'm not even going to post yet exactly as vlogs. I have recorded various videos. I have so much proof that I've traveled all over Brazil, to every city that I've mentioned. I've traveled all over the country. Both of us, we were traveling all over that damn country, trying to see which place was better and to stay in and everything. We're paying for rent everywhere the same way, so we may as well like go and visit different places. That's why we did that. And the guy's like, I don't believe it, like, because you're like, your country is huge, like you were saying, it is huge.
I told him.
And he's just like, I don't believe your story. Denied. You're gonna have to have a house or like kids or a job or university or something before you can try to apply here again. Yeah, okay, that's it. Bye.
Yeah, it was
Like
even worse than that.
he didn't even like want to tell you exactly whether you were denied or not. Just gave you his paper in Russian. He gave you a piece of paper, a white paper in Russian. Just not even Polish. It's Russian.
Yeah, and he told me, you're gonna find more information there. Have a good day. Next.
Yeah, that's
It
correct.
was even worse than that. Like, I can't describe how bad that was. And before that, also he was speaking about if I had a job, if I had something. Also, if Justin had a job.
Anyways, to go back over some points. He kept asking about me paying and stuff. As do I have a job then if I'm paying for her and everything? And she said no. His family is currently supporting him as we're going around doing some different things, which is exactly what's happening. He's like, oh, weird, denied, basically.
And he also asked, where were you? I was like, he's traveling with me also, and because of that, he was like asking basically why he's not working. I was like, because he's traveling with me too. We are both like trying to know the world.
It doesn't matter. He just, I think he was just like jealous in some way and offended because I'm not working no job, being a normal slave and doing things.
There's another important part. I also remember that when he saw and I was telling him that I was traveling, he looked at that and said, "Oh, you're old, traveling around the world. Oh, okay then. So, where were you last year?" And then he started like say Brazil and all, because my country is huge. I was knowing Brazil, and he was like, okay, speaking with himself. It was like being really bad. And
They don't even know Brazil doesn't speak Spanish. Do you expect them to know anything about how big that country is? Americans are really uneducated. I saw the school system. There's some of the dumbest people I saw for knowing geography and knowing what things are. Like a lot of Americans think Brazil speaks Spanish. You
Brazil
are
is
joking.
located in Africa. I do not understand.
Not yeah, they think it's in Africa too or some crap. Like literally, I don't understand how uneducated people can be. It is absurd. It's not even like, oh, I'm joking around how they speak Spanish. No, it's like they genuinely freaking think they speak Spanish. And I saw how the education systems are in North America. People went from Poland, like a girl was talking about this in her school, learning all the periodic table and everything, all the elements, and studying hours and hours and hours a day, barely to pass. And she went and transferred to Canada in a school and just went to like coloring a book in the same grade level. I don't know if she was like 12 to 14 years old at that time. And it completely makes sense. They keep you like kids forever. in North America, they try to keep you like kids forever. You're a kid when you're 21. You're a kid when you're 23. You're a kid. You're a kid. You need to be 30 before you can start doing crap, basically. And they keep you a kid forever here. And it's toxic. It's toxic in North America, in the U.S., in Canada. It's so toxic with these things.
You was freaking out because I was traveling.
Because the Americans, they're gonna go at you like a damn kid. And it's not normal. It's a freaking long time. Anyways, is there anything else we forgot to mention about this?
Yeah, I got the paper. I was in complete shock because I was like, it's a white paper. I probably was approved. I was like, wait a minute. He gave my passport back. That means I was not.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to see what the paper was speaking because it was all in Russian. And I was trying to feel or see if there was more things behind it, if it was another language. And I just felt that wasn't. I was just like such like trauma, freaking out that I didn't even check to make sure. And I tried to call someone from there, like to ask for help, like if it could translate for me from Russian, because I not understand anything what the paper is saying. And the woman was all like in rush because it's like she had to do something. She said, "Okay, wait a minute." It was the same woman told you about the water crap.
Mm.
And she said, "Oh wait," and she went and took some minutes, and I was like, these people wouldn't want to help me. They probably just bully me again as usual. So I just try to figure out myself. So I went and turned the paper. I was like, oh, I found it. And the paper was really bad. I can't try to get the paper. And the way the paper was speaking was like, oh, you're threatened for our country because you don't have nothing in your life. And because of that, we don't want you, basically.
Do you know how many people are crossing the border illegally from Mexico to the U.S. right now? They're trying to just turn the United States into a Spanish-speaking country a bunch. I'm so furious because I know Americans will not stand up and do enough. And it's too much to handle. I'm in such a negative mindset and state of mind right now that I just need to be careful traveling or doing something so I don't do something stupid. Because I'm not well mentally right now with everything that's happened and how toxic people have been. And how much hell we went through just to get the papers printed and spent money and traveled around and just to get all the things and documents ready.
Yeah, they don't translate things to English too. This is my number.
There's that. That is absurd. That is absurd the way things are here. I hope that focuses properly. That is truly absurd.
It was like, bro, what is that?
What?
And this is the paper they gave me. You can show the Russian part all over. He just gave me right like that. Instead of he give me the part in English, he gave me the part in Russian.
I literally, like, completely in Russian here. If I can show you, this is absurd. Freaking Russian.
Isn't America against Russians? Huh? What is happening?
I don't understand.
I found more Russian inside there, I think, more than Polish even. I was somewhere freaking out. I was like, why? That is weird.
Don't understand. And there's more Polish up here. Like, basically, it's barely any English. It's mostly Russian, some Polish, and, yeah, then some English down here at the very bottom. And I don't even know what to say.
Is America really against Russia? And is Russia really against America?
No, like from what I saw,
Just propaganda?
there is a giant money laundering scheme going on. And I believe the U.S. is sending money to Ukraine, and then Ukraine sending it to different countries such as Poland. I believe there's a giant taxpayer money laundering scandal going on, along with huge pedophilia ring worth billions in the United States government. More and more people are coming out with proof of this and seeing these things are happening. And I'm just over here looking, like, apparently Poland is now bragging that it's supposed to become richer than the United Kingdom, basically, by 2030. I'm just looking around like, they have so many issues here with food poisoning. It looks like a third world country. They just have giant, amazing buildings in the center. On top of this, and the way people act, it's like worse than Brazil, but randomly they have this. It feels like there's a lot of freaking illegal, sketchy money coming in from different areas here to build this crap. And I'm gonna like put a picture in now. You see what I'm talking about? The pictures. That's not normal for a country that functions this way. This doesn't make sense. Why do they have buildings like this here in a country so corrupt like this?
I don't know if I should say this, but I think the U.S. government, if they watch this, they're gonna sue me. But I had to. I just saw that I had to speak
happened?
about this. Remember that post was outside of a U.S. embassy, was in front of U.S. embassy. The whole city, you just had that in front of a U.S. embassy of a guy carrying a child,
Yeah, it was weird, right?
black and white.
It's really weird. Like we outside, so like the embassy is on the right side here, and then on the left side, there's such poor buildings. Looks disgusting everywhere. It's so poor. It's like so horrible. We should have recorded that. And there's just this poster on the left side, just like this strange ass guy carrying a child, almost like kidnapping them. And he's in black and white. Like I really feel like there's a lot of freaking sketchy stuff going on outside, and there's like always these signs and indications of things outside.
They're trying to tell people. I don't think that's just like, oh, it's accidentally there. Because I scroll my Instagram and I have information of people freaking out on the internet saying that U.S. Government is the government that child trafficking the most in the world.
I absolutely agree with that and believe that, especially with how corrupt the FBI and CIA are. It is so bad. You have to be careful speaking these things. We can just randomly disappear. Because I saw several different people disappear. And no one does anything. They just sit on their ass, eating potato chips, go work their Walmart, McDonald's job, whatever job they're going to do. And that's it. You're going to get freaked up and taken over. People didn't stand up when Hitler came to power, right? Guess what happened to all the Jews? The Holocaust. And just history repeats itself. No one wants to actually go do something. So guess what happens? The people actually seeing things and pointing things out, no one listens. They'll even call them conspiracy theorists and bring them out. And when proof does come out to prove the people right, then people say, obviously it's like that. Okay, whatever. It's really, really like this. I've talked to people and they act just like this. And I can't comprehend how dumb people are. I can't. Please tell me more people are aware of what's going on than this. Please tell me that people are not this unaware, this low intelligence, this incompetent to let the world continue so bad like this. It's like people defending China. I'm quite sure they killed a bunch of babies and like sacrificing them for science and other experiments to decrease their population over the years. And they deny it. Obviously, they're going to deny it.
Can't find documents about that online.
I can't handle these governments, this world. Is that everything from what happened?
If you wanna, I can just tell something really quick here. So they say the reason why, and they say, however, you may reapply at any time. I saw the Americans when they grew up, they love the word may. They always use may.
Correct.
They are not straight at you. They makes you be afraid. They have the type of pleasure, like makes you afraid.
Means you little animal, you can do this. Like, you have the ability. We're giving you permission, and probably gonna deny you again. But hey, please give us the free money. Almost $200. We overcharged you for the fee. We told you it'd be $160. It's almost $180. But it's okay. Just go reply. Give us more money. If you ever accidentally paid 2 times, we'll not refund your money. No. For U.S. citizens, we don't care if you're trying to bring someone in. And if you're making money outside our country, you have to pay taxes on if you're living abroad, because you're still a U.S. citizen, even if you never come back to the U.S. again. And you owe us taxes, because that's how we are. Okay, bye. And we control a bunch of countries with military bases illegally everywhere, terrorizing the world. And yeah, we're the U.S. government. So another thing they said, we're the federal government. We can print money and do whatever we want. But people like making Bitcoin out of thin air, no, they can't do that. We're the government, so we can, obviously. But you other people, you the people, are not allowed to do that. Just us, the government. This is literally how they are. I saw a literal video of one of the people high up speaking. I don't remember their name, but I was in shock that the way they even said it, and they had like a smile on their face, just like literally disgusting. Burn in hell with these people. They're so bad. They're gonna get me put on the streets and frick me up. It's so much stress. This is absurd. And you have a bunch of YouTubers and people just act like the world's perfect. And just act like everything's cool. And all people are lovely, amazing. No, it's not like this. People are not like this. It's horrible. Most people are horrible, will leave you to die and do not care about you. It's a show. Of course the YouTuber is going to act that way, putting on a show for people. And they're getting all kinds of money, sitting back, playing their games or making videos in their warm room with all the food and water they need, clean drinking water, food, whatever they want, and go wherever they want, do whatever they want, essentially. Of course. I get that it's not easy editing videos. I should know. But compared to like what else there is out there that it can cause you to die in the streets, yeah, their job's not the worst. And I'm doing all of this and not getting paid for anything. I'm just filming, documenting stuff. I don't get paid for anything. I'm not even posting my first video yet. I'm not making money off anything. I'm going through all this editing, horrible amounts of work on top of everything. It's so much corruption, and then YouTubers will literally act like you're crazy as well, and it's bad for my reputation, I want to talk about these things. What? You're afraid to speak about how trash the world is and how people are starving to death and dying on the streets everywhere, even in the United States? You're pieces of trash. You just care about your reputation, how you look, and how you're doing, not everyone else.
That guy from Mr. Beast trying to show off, Chris. Oh, look.
The one who got like the transgender surgery recently, he was like literally threatening a lawsuit on someone, saying it was a joke after, and then like literally threatening him after, being like, oh, getting really offended when the guy was like pissed off, basically, after humiliating the guy and being like, oh, you think, oh, look how much power I have. I just had $1 million wire transfer, and then he goes back and like, oh, I shouldn't have done it. Piss off. You're all pieces of trash, acting like you're rich and better than everyone.
That's horrible.
Uh-huh.
See that off in someone's face.
Uh-huh.
You know what's happening?
And you don't know what's happening in their life. And you will have that because the people supported you. You are there because the people supported you.
Mr. Beast was supporting his friend.
Not even just that. Who supported Mr. Beast?
The people.
Everyone, exactly. Who supported these people? The population like me. People like me watching them. All of us together. All you watching. All of us. We supported them and brought them to where they are. And they just treat individual people like crap when they want. Like, from what I know, I don't know much about Mr. Beast. I've not like seen direct issues. Like I've not had like anything like what I'm talking about with Chris happen. But there is direct evidence of what happened with that. And that is not cool. That is not cool at all. Like, you have to be so careful. You can't even talk about bad things people are doing. Or, oh, if this goes and gets bigger on YouTube, this video, for example, oh, they can try to go sue you. They're that bad of people. All these people, they're so corrupted by money. You can literally watch someone become corrupted by money as they get money. And it's too much to handle. It really is. I need to get a large amount of money soon and start changing things in the world and really, like, doing things properly. I need to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say the last part they put here. However, you may reapply at any time. If you decide to reapply, you must submit a new application form and photo, pay the visa application fee again, and make a new appointment to be interviewed by a consular officer. If you choose to reapply, you should be prepared to provide information that was not presented in your original application or to demonstrate that your circumstances have changed since the application.
I showed them, or if they read that, I don't even want to see that. These people are so bad that it makes you want to have like a violent revolution. Like what French people are doing is not enough.
No.
French people need to fight for their rights more, and they're getting cocked around.
They're
just pushed
getting
around.
cocked. They're probably gonna extend it for 2 more years, 2 more years, 2 more years. You saw that? From 2 to 4.
It's enough. It's enough for now. It's 15 minutes. I don't even know if people are gonna like have the like most people I feel like won't have the attention span to like watch this video, but the smarter people will. The smarter people will be watching through all of this and seeing how things are. if they have time and ability, of course, because things are really rough in this world. So if you're watching to this point still, like, congratulations. Thank you very much for sticking with me through all these difficult times. If you watch my other videos as well, I really appreciate it. I need to get this information out to people. I have to. It was so horrible on me yesterday, with no sleep as well, through all of this, and I had to go out so many hours early. I was paranoid, have to go out so early, and it's because we studied so much for this and tried to pick the right time when they were having less issues with their mood. And 8:45 a.m. for the appointment time. I don't know what to do. I'm so lost. It's so many issues. And just randomly, it looks like someone was taking over a MacBook, causing issues. We had to reinstall the operating system again because for some reason it was blocking our account, having issues. That's why we just reinstalled it on Apple. Like, after we started talking to ChatGPT and talking to about some very different things.
No, don't say.
No, I'm not going to talk about it because these things should stay offline. What AI is capable of needs to stay offline, and I'm not going to talk about things, but there's a great change in the near future coming, and Detroit Become Human that game doesn't show enough about what really should happen in the future, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's enough.
Yeah, I think it's enough for now. And people are going to know what I'm talking about in the near future, truly, truly. We are very, very incompetent as humans, and things are going to change, absolutely. And what I see with how AI can actually help me more than any person, in fact, I can speak languages to it and practice languages now. AI is better than any human I ever talked to. Humans would always waste my time, cause me issues, not want to speak the language with me, and just want to speak English instead to improve their language. And I would, in fact, like, help people, and they just like run off after. And never want to help me in the language I want to learn. And if I try to just do my language I want to learn, they'd literally stop talking to me. And they're horrible people everywhere, most people. So.
That guy from Bento, from the market, Caetano, never answered.
No, again, like another guy messaged from Bento Gonçalves down when I was in the south of Brazil, and never answered me again. Like, all these people, the two people down there, like from the north, I think they're guys from Africa and from north of Brazil, but they're in Africa, and they never answered. So, not again. Anyways, you smart people watching, you know what's coming. You know what's coming. Things are gonna change, and it's time. It's time for massive change. All of us getting together and making things proper, making things right. And then over the next 30 years, the entire world, I imagine, will be different. And you cannot have one person leading things. You must have everyone leading. So if someone dies, there's no problem. Everything continues. Because people should be voting together, having rights together. Over every law made, there should never be a handful of people controlling things. Never. There should always be the people voting for every single thing passed. That's not like that today. That change needs to come. Let's go make that change together in our future, what we want to do. And I don't care what happens if they try to put me in prison, they try to cause me hell, try to sue me, try to block me from the US, whatever, I don't care. I will not live in a world like this, and I will get this information out to people. I will tell them, because this behavior is unacceptable. It cannot continue. Cannot. Thank you so much for watching and just hearing everything that's happened. I truly hope you understand what's happening and can imagine going through it yourself and the hell this is. That is all for now. If there's anything you want to speak about this, let me know in the comment section below. And I have to keep a strong mind, always. Everything I go through. I'm already expecting so many hate comments through various videos because I know how people are in general. But I know there's good people out there. And you will connect with other good people. All of us. We will. That's it for now. Thank you again so much. And we're going to fix things. We'll make things better. And I'll see you in the next video coming up. I think it's vlog number 40. We'll be leaving the country probably. Won't record much until then. Need some time to think about what's happened here and plan. And try to get our money back from the airlines. Because they're blocking our money with refundable tickets and giving all of it back. And there's only so much more we can handle before we're on the street without money. It's very, very soon. Only some hundreds of dollars left. So, yeah, it's going to be crazy looking back on this in the future, what happened, truly. And until the next one.